way did you collapse under the weight of Anti-Oedipus? Don't you talk anymore?
Who's what's going on here? A kind of schizoanalysis?
Nothing.
Leave Sigmund alone. You've strained him enough. Actually, I had a question for Felix. Isn't he here?
Not right now. What's it about?
Well, I wonder why the late Felix talked so much about animism.
You mean when he says in space and corporeity, I believe that after the structuralist havoc and the postmodern collapse, it is urgent to return to an animist conception of the world.
Exactly, when he notes, with regard to the current development of science and technology, that it would be interesting to return to an animist conception of subjectivity and to rethink the object, the other, as if they could be carriers of dimensions of partial subjectivation.
Well, I can't tell you that, of course. You'd really have to ask Felix. But maybe I can help. See, without any doubt, we live in a world today where there are more and more machines that somehow appear to be alive. Think about Siri or Alexa. It's funny, isn't it, when you can talk to a computer, and it's even interesting, at least for a few hours. However, we've already described exactly this world of increasingly animist technologies in Anti-Oedipus. Desiring machines are not in our heads, in our imagination, we stated. They are inside the social and technical machines themselves.
Now that you mention Anti-Oedipus yourself, this book was already a machine with which you wanted to bring only certain things to life. The machines, art, the philosophy of Nietzsche and Marx, but certainly not Freud and psychoanalysis.
That's true, of course. Although, after all, we gave Freud credit for discovering the subjective nature or abstract essence of desire, the domain of free synthesis, where everything is possible. Partial connections, included disjunctions, nomadic conjunctions, polyvocal flows and chains, transductive breaks, and so on and so forth.
But it seems that Freud himself is not anymore as partially connected as he was the last time we saw him.
That's true. And he is probably subject to an effect of animism himself. At least to me, he no longer appears as dead, but slowly becomes alive. I even think he wants to say something.
You recall the children in their early age games make no sharp distinction between the animate and the inanimate, and that they are especially fond of treating the dolls as if they were alive.
Fantastic. Freud has become a carrier of partial subjectivation. I have to tell that to Felix right away.
If you see him, please say hello from me.
I do.